What did I tell you in my 4 downs before going away? What did I tell you about the Cowboys' Achilles heel?
I agreed with you.
It's their kicker. And Zuerlein, right off the bat, misses a field goal, and they lose by 3 later on. And here's what I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear we're playing against the refs, too. Because every game, as Leighton Vander Esch said, playing against the refs, a couple of the other players were saying, too, playing against the refs. Refs were on the field, I believe, when you waxed Washington, right? Wow. Refs were on the field when you also beat Washington in Washington. When you collapsed on Taylor Heineke like the wall did on Jalen Hurts in FedEx Field. Okay? Refs are out there when Micah Parsons has a rookie season that rivals Lawrence Taylor's and Diggs is picking off all these passes. Come on. Was that a fumble last night? Was that a fumble last night that Chase Edmonds put that ball on the turf? You could sit here and say no.
It was.
You could sit here and say yes. You didn't have a timeout. Why didn't you have a timeout? Because Arizona pulled an okie doke on you earlier in the game when you thought they were going to kick, and they run Kyler Murray out there on the field. So special teams blew it. You blew it on special teams.
Get your damn act together.
You blew it on defense, too, earlier in the game. You're blowing it on defense when Arizona kept picking up first downs. And this is an Arizona team that, as you know, was having trouble once again closing out games over the last 3 weeks in the same way they had trouble closing out games and missed the playoffs last season. You blew it on offense a couple times when they didn't have DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, blew it on defense a couple times and DeAndre Hopkins. Blew it on offense, too. All 3 phases did not click. All leading up to a moment where an official says, guys down by contact, and you don't have a timeout to actually challenge it. Too bad. But it's the ref's fault. It's the ref's fault. Hey, man, it's called consistency. It's called what the Packers have. The Cowboys don't have it right now.
You blew it!
Can you get it back? Absolutely, you can get it back. No question about it.
Mike.
Go beat the Eagles. Go beat the Eagles, and then play a playoff game at home. You're going to play a playoff game at home. Right now, it looks like you're going to face the Dallas Cowboys. I have all the scenarios here in front of me, all the playoff clinching scenarios right here in my hand. Okay.
What do we got?
More often than not, there are how many different permutations? I think about 30 different permutations is the way the NFC seeding can finish up. There are only 4 scenarios in which Dallas is not the 4 seed out of all of them. And for those scenarios to happen, San Francisco's got to beat the Rams. And Carolina's got to win. Seattle's got to win. A couple of them, too. Seattle and San Francisco both have to win for that
Carolina,
to happen. Dallas is going to be the 4 seed, sir. And they're going to have to take on either the Rams or the Cardinals again. Okay. That's it.
Those are fun games.
That's it. And you best not be up and down. You better have both sides of the ball. And that third phase where you got Prater's on the field and got to burn the timeout because here comes Kyler Murray. Need that one later on.
I mean,
it's not the ref's fault. Is that the ref's fault?
I mean, you're
saying against the refs? No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at you.
You're looking at me like
I'm sorry. I'll look at the camera. Is that the ref's fault, Dallas? Is that the ref's fault?
I put on Twitter, once again, missed field goals and poor timeout management cost the Cowboys a game. I agreed with you. I told you, Zuerlein in the fourth quarter is great. The start games, he stinks. He's lost 3 games himself for us by missing very makeable field goals. So
give it up to these people, too. This is not the refs. Chandler Jones balled out. That guy put a defensive player of the year 4 quarters on the field when they needed it.
Yeah.
Big time. That guy was terrific. Isaiah Simmons knocking the ball out of Dak's hands. It wasn't the refs. Making a great play, coming all the way back after missing Dak in the pocket to track him down and knock the ball loose. Give it up to Kyler Murray and Chase Edmonds and Zach Ertz, who Steve Keim stole from the Eagles because he was available for whatever reason. Dallas better pull it together. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.